Hey everyone! Today we're going to review author's purpose and our author's purpose strategy when we are reading a book and when the author is writing the book. So as a reminder, the author is the person who writes the book and who writes the story that we're reading. And all writers, they have a reason for writing, okay? So in our first box here, when we think about author's purpose, our first thought is going to be that all writers have a reason for writing. So why did this author write this story? And authors, they might have many reasons for writing a story. There's a lot of variety out there, and you've never read the same story twice. So what I want you to do when we're thinking about why the author wrote a story or what reason they had for writing this story, I want you to remember this word or these three letters. I want you to remember PIE, P-I-E. And each of those letters stands for one very important reason an author might have written their story. The P stands for persuade. When an author is trying to persuade you of something, which is probably a word you've heard before, especially in our persuasive writing unit, they're trying to do a few things. They might want to have you do something. They might want to change your mind, or they might want to make you believe something or change your opinion. So there's a few different things to be on the lookout for if your author is trying to persuade you. So we have, they might want to have you do something. They might want to change your mind. Or they might want to make you believe something. Some examples of this might be a persuasive essay, what you as fifth graders wrote at the beginning of the school year. I know a few of you wrote Mr. DeSmider and trying to persuade him why students should get paid for going to school. So in that letter and in that persuasive essay, you were trying to change Mr. DeSmider's mind, and you were trying to make him believe that students should get paid for going to school. If you've ever gotten in an argument with a sibling or a friend and you really believe one thing and they really believe something else, you're also trying to persuade your sibling or your friend to believe the same thing that you are. So first off, your author's reason for writing might be to deliver you a nice juicy piece of persuasion. The next reason for writing that your author might take into consideration is inform. And we all know what the word inform means because it sounds like the word information. When your author is trying to inform you of something, what do you think that means? When your author is trying to inform you, they are trying to give you the facts, or they are trying to teach you something. So go ahead and think of a way or a book that you have read recently where your author was trying to inform you or give you facts or teach you something. We see a lot of the author's reason for writing a book to inform in maybe science and social studies. When we read those nonfiction texts that have a lot of really juicy facts in them about ancient Greece or light or ancient China. So whenever you're reading a nonfiction text, we think about those text features that go along with it. Your author is probably trying to inform you or teach you something new. And last up, we have our E. Our E stands for entertain. You guys have all heard of the word entertain, so go ahead and take a second to think about what that might mean and why that might be the author's reason for writing a story. When an author's purpose for writing is to entertain, the author is trying to make you enjoy what you're reading. Kind of like when you go to a movie and you pick out Star Wars because you enjoy watching Star Wars. So the purpose is to make you enjoy it and to make it fun and to make it really exciting. So another example of this in our reading might be if you really like Pokemon and you pick up a Pokemon book and the author's probably not trying to persuade you of anything. They're probably not trying to inform you or teach you anything. But in a Pokemon story, they're probably trying to make you enjoy what you're reading. If you have any questions about author's purpose, go ahead and ask me or another 5th grade teacher and we'd be happy to help you.